Yes, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. The final race on the program here tonight. This time it is the Wings Only Racing 360 Wings Sprint Cars presented by Green to Checkered Racing as we get set here in Sava, Pennsylvania. The Lernverville Speedway playing host to the 360 Winged Sprint Car Series. Brett Wheeler with you for the call here this evening as we are not too far away from rolling over into the qualifying session. We are looking at about 18 to 19 drivers that have signed up here and signed into the pit area. Couple of noticeable names as usual: Harry Stewart, Mason Hannigan, Wyatt Brown, Eric Tupper, Hayden Pascoe making his trip out to Sava, Pennsylvania. Josh Flood. Go back and look at Jeffrey Herrick as well. Alex Studinger, Brandon Steele, Robert Satterfield, Lance Christie as well. As it is time for heat racing action. In fact, we're not even on heat racing just yet. We've actually got to go through. We're going to go through qualifying before we get into heat races. So as you can see, there will be a 5-minute timed session as the drivers up on the left of the screen. We'll take a look right now in the Flood Racing Components car number 7. That is Josh Flood. Josh Flood in car number 7. He'll get the first of 2 lap times around the Lernverville Speedway. Josh Flood, first lap time. We are looking, waiting for the time to come through. Harry Stewart with a 13.074. Flood with a 13.327. Can he go quicker? He does with a 13.179. Stewart, that Adrad Radiators, number 4. 13.074. Wyatt Brown in car number 2. Second quick. Pascoe pulls it up in 5th quick. Brandon Steele at steelcycle.com, car number 5. First lap time a 13.644. A 13.644. About nearly 6/10 off the pace. 5.5 tenths. Second lap for Brandon Steele is a 13.504. He improves. Evan Harvey in car number 33 on screen as well. And now watching Jeffrey Herrick in car number 49H. Hello Patricia, hello everybody else out there in the Facebook and YouTube side of things. Jeffrey Herrick, green flag here, lap number 1 of 2. Mason Hannigan out on the racetrack as well, but we'll see. The 49H of Jeffrey Herrick with a 13.549. A 13.549 for lap number 1. Lap 2. Meanwhile, Mason Hannigan, quick time with a 13.016. A 13.016. Hannigan, can he improve into the 12s? He does with a 12.991. Oh, giddy up, Mason Hannigan goes quick time. The only driver to make his way into the 12-second bracket. Wow, what a time that was. Qualifying is done and dusted. We've still got 2 minutes of this one, and then we are going to move into heat race number 1. I believe we should just have the 2 heat races on the program. So Mason Hannigan, quick time with a 12.991. Harry Stewart with a 13.074. Wyatt Brown with a 13.078. Fourth quick was Ryland Gray with a 13.083. Robert Satterfield rounds out the top 5 with a 13.141. Hayden Pascoe a 13.162. Josh Flood 7th with a 13.179. Alex Studing in 8th with a 13.182. Chris Sebeske a 13.185. And rounding out the top 10, Garrett Pepiat with a 13.211. Checkered flag coming down on this qualifying session. Tyler Matheny 13.338. Alan Gates a 13.383. Eric Tupper with a 13.421. And we will bring up those qualifying results just so we can go through the rest of them right now. Alan Gates 12th, Eric Tupper in 13th, Jeffrey Herrick in 14th, Lance Christie in 15th, Dakota Dillon 16th, Brandon Steele in 17th, and Evan Harvey will round out the 18 cars. Is there any more? Make that 19 cars as Caleb Nickel going to qualify in 19th position. So with the inversion coming out, the inversion will be 4. So we are looking at 2 heat races here on the program. Here, the Wings Only Racing 360 Sprint Cars presented by Green to Checker Racing. Josh Flood in car 7 will start on pole to his outside in the 55. It'll be Robert Satterfield. Wyatt Brown will line up at a position number 3. Mason Hannigan in the 1X will start position number 4. Chris Sebeske will start position 5. Tyler Matheny at a position number 6. Eric Tupper starts position 7. Lance Christie will start position number 8. And you go back to the final row. Brandon Steele at a position number 9. And Caleb Nickel lining up at a position number 10. So we can bring up the car numbers like that. But some car numbers that you see on the side of the ticker just there may be different, and we'll go through and explain that. And a perfect opportunity right there. You see Mason Hannigan in that 1X machine on the outside of row number 2. You see he's in car 22 in iRacing. That's how he entered the server, but he drives the 1X machine. So up until, well, there's nothing really we can do at this stage when it comes to getting the car numbers matching the ticker. So we'll just do the best we can on that one, but we can also take a look at the gap between the drivers. We can give them car logos. We can tell you how many positions they have gained. Or we can just show no data at all. Here we go. Green flag is out. We are underway here in heat race number 1, and Josh Flood will lead them down through turn number 1 and 2. Keep an eye on Hannigan in the 1X machine. He'll dive to the inside on Robert Satterfield. Here we go, side by side. Satterfield has got the run. Chris Sebeske now trying to come back to the low side down through turn number 1 and 2. Look at him soaring at the wheel, seesawing back and forth, left to right. No preliminary major, straight into your main event here tonight. Then Josh Flood looking for a heat race win here at the Lernverville Speedway. Lap number 3 about to be complete of 10. 7 laps left to run here in the opening heat of the night. The Wings Only Racing 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. Flood, Satterfield, Hannigan. That's your top 3, and that's your top 3 on screen right now. Satterfield trying to close in the gap there between himself and Josh Flood, but to continue to work around the Lernverville Speedway. All the cars trying to stay on the top side of the racetrack. Satterfield coming after Floody right now down into turns 3 and 4. Let's take a look at our Black Diamond Motorsports. Our onboard cameras, lap car coming up. That's Tyler Matheny in the 27 machine. Now these drivers going to have to negotiate the lap car. Flood, go! Look out, Flood gets by him just as so does Satterfield. He will make the pass. Oh no, Flood off the racetrack. Oh, well, let's just say he's swimming with the sharks out there now, because he was dancing with the devil and flirting with the angels, but not to be. Here comes Hannigan to the inside. Slide job down into turn number 1 and 2. Satterfield, good crossover out of turn 2. Oh man, it's not Satterfield, it's Hannigan. Lap number 8 is in the books, and Lance Christie now moves into second position. Eric Tupper in third. Fourth somehow was still Mason Hannigan. White flag is out. Final lap here in heat race number 1. Josh Flood, you see, who's already went off the racetrack. A couple of laps they go. They'll come out of turn number 3 and 4 this time by checkered flag is out. And Robert Satterfield will get the win here in heat race number 1. Lance Christie will come home second. Eric Tupper running out of fuel and will not even cross the line. Josh Flood, I don't even think we'll get that 5th spot, just for the simple fact that he actually got lapped as he just makes it across the start-finish line. Let's take a look here at heat race number 1. Results coming up on screen right now. As Robert Satterfield will get the win ahead of Lance Christie, home in second. Mason Hannigan with a beaten and battered race car, along with that ugly mug of his, home in third. Brandon Steele 4th. Eric Tupper gets pushed across the line in 5th. Josh Flood in 6th. Caleb Nichols 7th. Chris Sebeske in 8th. Tyler Matheny in 9th. And Wyatt Brown rounds out the top 10. Heat race number 2 here in the Wings Only Racing 360 Winged Sprint Car Series. We take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid as Alex Studinger in car number 54 will start on pole position. Out of position number 2, driving car number 3, that'll be Hayden Pascoe. Out of position 3, the 06 of Rylan Gray. Out of position number 4, driving the Adrad Radiators Green Brothers Racing, number 4, that is Harry Stewart. Out of position number 5 in car 47, that's Garrett Pepiat to his outside. In car number 357, Alan Gates starts position number 6. The 49H of Jeffrey Herrick will start position number 7. Dakota Dillon will start position number 8. And Evan Harvey will round out the top 9 drivers in this one. Heat number 2. The final heat of the night. And then we'll move into what should be a 30-lap A main event. And a couple of good-looking race cars out on the racetrack right now. Let's go through and take a closer look at some of these cars. And that's not bad. The Valvoline one's alright. Goes alright. Shame the driver doesn't. We'll have to get Caitlin involved in that one. The Adrad Radiators Lewiston Haulage Green Brothers Racing number 4. The Trevor Green entry driven by Harry Stewart. Garrett Pepiat in the 47. Alan Gates in the blue and green and maroon 357. Dakota Dillon, Jeffrey Herrick. Got a nice looking ride as well. As we are set here. Heat number 2. Green flag is out. We are underway. And Studinger got a great start off the rest of the field off turn number 4. Rylan Gray looking to the inside on Pascoe. And now here comes Stewart around the outside of Gray. Stewart went second quick here tonight. He'll get to the outside. He'll take third as they go down into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Rylan Gray back to the inside. He'll throw the slide job on Pascoe. Pascoe went across underneath him and tagged the rear crash bar. Here comes Pepiat now on Pascoe. Oh no, Studinger upside down. Wow, talk about drivers out in front. There goes Gates off the edge of the racetrack as Stewart leads Pepiat and Pascoe. Oh, it is on right now for young and old as we go through turn number 1 and 2. 3 in the books and still 7 remaining. Pepiat trying to catch up to your race leader of Harry Stewart, but Stewart, he has got the right rear on the cushion and just letting it sail around the Lernverville Speedway. Pascoe still rides in the 3rd spot. Jeffrey Herrick back there in position number 4. There's no transfer bubble at the moment because all cars are going to make the show. As Stewart just finds himself not far away from catching the lap car of Alex Studinger. And the number 54 machine is about a straightaway in front. You see there up on the top side of turns 1. He was cutting down to the bottom of the racetrack. We go on board. Thank you to Black Diamond Motorsports for their continued support here. And just watching at the back as we'll start to see that car go to the low side of Pepiat, trying something different. Just see what it's like to get around Lernverville Speedway. This will be a good shot, a good lap here on the penultimate lap. As you see, there's Studinger and Evan Harvey. Your leader is Stewart, and that two are on board. We're just opting to go down to the bottom side of the racetrack in turns 3 and 4. The white flag is out. Final lap is upon us here in heat race number 2. Into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Harry Stewart will get the win. Garrett Pepiat will come home second. Hayden Pascoe, fresh off a farm, home in position number 3. Jeffrey Herrick home in 4th. And rounding out the top 5 will be the 33 of Evan Harvey. 6th spot will go to Alex Studinger, Alan Gates, Dakota Dillon and Rylan Gray to make up your field there in heat race number 2. We're just waiting on timing to skip the second, third, the third, 4th, 5th heat, plus skipping the preliminary mains. So heat 2 results about to come up on the screen right now. There it is, confirmed. Harry Stewart wins from Garrett Pepiat, Pascoe, Herrick, Harvey, Studinger, Gates, Dillon and Gray. We'll take an opportunity right now to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV and come back in just a few moments' time. We are going to play the National Anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Alright, we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We are just awaiting the warm-up session to end. Then it is time for our main event to come. You are joining us on Facebook or YouTube. We thank you so very much for your attendance here tonight. And while we are closing in on 12,000 followers, we are getting closer to that magic milestone. Don't forget, you can always subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/UltimateDirtTV. Hit that subscribe button and we are free. So again, we just await warm-up session to end, and then we are ready to fire off for what should be 30 laps around the Lernverville Speedway. Of course, a big thanks to Wings Only Racing and of course Green to Checker Racing as well for putting on the 360s and 410s each and every week. One week you'll see 360s, the following week you will see the 410 Wing Sprint cars. And of course, a massive thank you to our sponsors and partners here at Ultimate Dirt TV. A big thank you, of course, to Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder iRacing League, DirtFan.com, iRace Wraps, ISBC Broadcasting, and Critical Hit Baits. Without their support, none of this would be possible. So, please head over to all their social media pages, give them a like and a follow, and of course, support the people that are happily supporting sim racing. So as this little 5-minute warm-up session is completed here at the Lernverville Speedway in Sava, Pennsylvania, it is now time for our main event. Let's go ahead and take a look here at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for tonight's A main. And starting on pole, it'll be Hayden Pascoe out of position number 1. Position 2 will be Mason Hannigan. Position 3 going to be Garrett Pepiat out of position number 4. That'll be Lance Christie. Position 5 will be Harry Stewart. Position number 6 will be Robert Satterfield. Out of position number 7, that'll be Brandon Steele. To his outside, out of position 8, that'll be Jeffrey Herrick. Position 9, Eric Tupper, and lining up inside or out of 10th position, that'll be Evan Harvey. Outside your top 10, out of position number 11, that'll be Josh Flood and Alex Studinger out of position number 12. Caleb Nickel lines up out of position number 13. Then we go back to Alan Gates out of position number 14. Position number 15 is Chris Seveska and Dakota Dillon lining up out of position number 16. Tyler Matheny out of position number 17. Rylan Gray lines up out of position 18. And Wyatt Brown will make up a 19-car field here in tonight's A main event. There we go. For people that want to put something up, they can have that there. So any likes, shares and follows that do come through can get back to be shown on the broadcast. Here we go. We're about to set these drivers free around here at the Lernverville Speedway. Who will get the job done? Well, we're about to find out. Green flag is out. We're underway. Hayden Pascoe and Mason Hannigan down into turn number 1 and 2. Pepiat Stewart working low. Hannigan looking now for the race lead down through turn number 3 and 4. Pascoe right through the middle of the racetrack. Here comes Hannigan now down to the low side, down into turn number 1 and 2. Stewart trying to keep it locked down on the bottom side, but Mason Hannigan will take the race lead, and here comes Pascoe. Back to the inside, he'll slide up in front of Hannigan. The race off for turn number 4 is on. 30 laps the distance here in tonight's main event, and right now it's Hannigan, Pascoe and Pepiat. That's the way they roll into turn number 3. Stewart trying to go to the top side. There was contact between Pepiat and Pascoe in 3 and 4. What is going to happen here? We're still early goings in tonight's main event. 4 down and 26 to run. Now Brandon Steele coming after Harry Stewart for the 4 spot on the racetrack. Steele good on the low side through 1 and 2. Christie in Lance Christie in the 42L back on the outside looking into the top 5 positions. Pepiat starting to feel a bit of pressure from behind of Hayden Pascoe in the 3 machine. Meanwhile, Stewart's gone upstairs in turns 1 and 2. We go yellow. Let's see if we can take a look here at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. Oh, the 33 there of Evan Harvey. Little contact there with, I believe, Chris Seveske in the 21 car. Unfortunately for Seveske, he's facing the inside concrete wall, and unfortunately for Evan Harvey, well, he's found himself upside down. So Rylan Gray out of the event. Caleb Nickel out of the event. You're about to see Evan Harvey out of the event. In fact, he's already back on pit road. You see the car right there. So the crew just talking amongst it how they're going to fix and repair that race car. But it is pretty much done and dusted. Lights to go out on the pace truck this time by caution laps not counting here in tonight's A-Main. Hopefully chat to our top three after this one. So the field doubling up, 6 down and 24 to go. Hannigan leads from Pepiat and Pascoe and Stewart and Brandon Steele. That's your top 5 there on the restart. And look at Stewart and Christie going upstairs. Here he comes, that number 4 machine. Pascoe good on the low side of the racetrack, but no, Pepiat. And now Brandon Steele coming after Pascoe. 3 wide down through turn number 1 and 2. Stewart coming after Pepiat on the top. Brandon Steele, man, he has just launched an attack on the low side of the racetrack. Nearly 3 wide, and Pepiat, well, he's just lost 2 in the space of a lap. And it is on right now for the minor placings as Stewart continues to work past Brandon Steele on the SteelCycle.com number 5 machine. Meanwhile, Hannigan now is starting to feel the pressure. He goes to the low side through 1 and 2. Here comes Stewart with a run on the outside. Hannigan moves up. Stewart ducks down to the inside. He'll throw the slide job down out of turn number 4. Stewart will have the race lead. Lap number 11 is complete to 19 to run. Hannigan and Stewart. What a couple of young gassers on screen right now doing battle here at Lernverville Speedway in the 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. Stewart to the top. Hannigan to the low side. Stewart with the run out of turn number 2. Here comes Brandon Steele in the number 5 in the top 4. I wouldn't say nose to tail. They were nose to tail by 3 and 4 the last time by, but man, Stewart just moving out of pitch, out of screen there. He'll come back into it right there on the bottom. He's the race leader. Brandon Steele, the only car to work low at both ends of the speedway. Hannigan, Pepiat and Brandon Steele, we are halfway home in tonight's main event. And I'll tell you what, hats off to Brandon Steele because he has not gotten off that bottom side since the restart about 6 or 7 laps ago. In fact, might have been a bit more, it was about 10 laps ago. Pepiat continuing to follow Hannigan on the top side of the racetrack. A near 1 second advantage is starting to open up for Harry Stewart over Mason Hannigan, and not for too much longer because we go yellow. As we take a look here at your Wicked Cushion instant replay, I believe it might have been Dakota Dillon and Alex Studinger. We take a look at the 54 machine on screen at the moment. Oh, off the edge of the racetrack. So, we also had Dakota Dillon as well. Let's find out and see what happened to the driver of the number 39 machine. He just didn't even want to drive on the racetrack anymore. So, either end of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2 and turns 3 and 4. Lights are out on your racing.com pace track, and we are 19 completed. 11 laps left to run in your A main event. Here we go, green flag set to fly once again here at the Lernverville Speedway, and we are underway with Stewart, Hannigan and Pepe. Now here comes Brandon Steele on the outside. Oh, you beauty! Brandon Steele with a pass that left us all hanging on the edge of our seats. Oh, and now he's off the track. Oh no, talk about hero to zero. 10 to go this time by a field leader, Stewart. 6/10 of a second lead over Mason Hannigan, Garrett Pepiat and Robert Satterfield. Wyatt Brown, Eric Tupper. They'll race for a spot inside the top 5. Stewart just commanding and demanding control of this race car. The Ad Red Radio is number 4 machinist Pepiat. Puts a slider on Hannigan. Hannigan, he'll be able to get back to the top side into turn number 3 and 4. He'll run the cushion. Pepiat rolls right through the middle of the racetrack. Not for too long, because here comes Pepiat. Slide job down through turn number 1 and 2, and he's well clear of him down into turn number 3. But this time it's Hannigan now. He'll throw the move. He'll get tight. Pepiat has to back out of it, as does Satterfield. Wow, good job by all 3 drivers to not touch one another. As I say that, Hannigan and Satterfield synchronised. They both half-spun the car. And Wyatt Brown, here he goes. Thank you very much. I will take position 3. Eric Tupper in 4th. Chris Sabaske 5th. And we are yellow. And we will have 5 to run. Holy cow, it is on. Man, oh man, what a race. This is on. And with only a handful of laps left, you've got to wonder who can get the edge over the rest of the competitors. Can Stewart, can he hang on? Can Garrett Pepiat, can he pull a rabbit out of the hat? Has Wyatt Brown got anything for these 2 drivers up the front? We are about 5 circuits away from the main event wrapping up. Lights are out. 5 to go. Lernverville Speedway plays host to the Wings Only Racing 360 Wings Sprint Car Series presented by Green to Checker. As the green flag will fly once again. Pepe nearly off the edge of the racetrack. He will go off the edge of the racetrack. Now, was there a bit of contact there with Wyatt Brown? We are yellow. So we're just trying to fast forward this wicked cushion instant replay here. Just nearly, oh, he just drove off the edge of the racetrack. He was all but gone. Actually, the contact actually happened behind him. So we get technically the 1 lap in, which means we are still 4 away. And Garrett Pepiat might be thanking the lucky stars on that one, because he drove off the edge of the racetrack. And he will get his spot back in second. And I'll tell you why. Because here on iRacing they go back to the last recorded lap, because he was not the actual cause of the incident of the yellow flag. He gets to take back up his place behind Harry Stewart. Well, not for too much longer, because race control have just given him the EOL, and he will go back to the end of the longest line, which means he will go back behind the cars that aren't on the lead lap. And it looks like everybody else is on that lead lap. Four circuits remaining to find out who will go to victory lane. Lap number 26 is complete, and we are back underway in tonight's main event. To Stuart Brown, Tapia top 3. And have a look at the little Hurricane again. Back up on the inside, he'll take third over Tapper. Down through turns 3 and 4, all right, majority of the cars trying to rail the cushion. Through turns 3 and 4, he'll duck down low once again in turns 1 and 2. Stewart holds on just as the 2 to go signal comes out. Popsicle sticks have been shown in the air for Harry Stewart. He knows he's just 1.5 circuits remaining from a main event win here in the Wings Only Racing 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. He'll race off turn number 4. The white flag is out. Harry Stewart, just 4 turns. He'll make that 2 turns to go from victory lane here at the Lernverville Speedway into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, Harry Stewart is victorious. Second, that will be Wyatt Brown, and home in third, the little Hurricane of Mason Hannigan. In third position, we'll hopefully chat to those top 3 drivers here in just a few moments' time. Boy, oh boy, you ripper. What a race. We'll bring up the results on the screen. Stuart Brown, Hannigan, your top 3. Eric Tapper, 4th. Chris Savesque, 5th. Robert Satterfield, Lance Christie, Hayden Pascoe, Jeffrey Herrick and Garrett Pepe at your top 10. 10th through to 18th on screen, Tyler Matheny, Josh Flood, Brandon Steele, Alex Studinger. And you go back to Evan Harvey, Alan Gates, Dakota Dillon, Caleb Nickel in 18th position, and Rylan Gray in 19th. Boy, that was a win, one for the ages, for the young kid called Harry Stewart. And we'll hopefully chat to him here in just a few seconds' time, in a few moments' time. So we'll chat to the top 3 home in first place tonight in car number 4. It's the dentist, Harry Stewart. Harry, congratulations on this win. Were you nervous at all during that race?
At the start, it was a bit sketchy with everyone going sort of left and right, and obviously the Aussie ping on an American server. But sort of just tried to take as long as I could to get to the field cleanly. Yeah, I felt really comfortable when I got out in front. Sort of just held my. I saw at the end. I think it was Wyatt who started catching me, so I sort of had to push a bit more. But yeah.
car looked pretty good on the top side. Now, some of these drivers you may not know about. How were you sort of trying to get around and not being able to know how they race and stuff like that?
I sort of just gave them a couple more laps to see what line they were running each lap. I sort of saw no one was touching the top at the start, so thought I better give it a go. It sort of just worked, and then got to the front, and I was a bit nervous every restart. My car was getting looser and looser, and I was waiting for the bottom to come in. Someone would just nab it on the last corner or something. So, yeah.
All right, Harry, congratulations on the win here tonight. We'll let you get out of here, but we know there's a whole list of sponsors and people that need to be thanked, buddy.
I'd just like to thank everyone who put this league on. It was pretty cool to just jump in and run. Everyone at United Sim Sports, Hayden for jumping on, Valvoline, Too Easy Finance, West End Mazda, Paramount Isuzu Ute, Ultimate Dirt TV, Origin Graphics, Green Bros Racing, and Adrad Radiators, and you for broadcasting again.
All right, Harry Stewart there, home in first place. Home in second place tonight goes to the driver of the number 2 car, that is Wyatt Brown. Wyatt, congratulations on this second place, man. I thought there was a time coming late in that feature race where you might have just got second, but time just run out, but still second place, a good result.
Yeah, we were fast there. Had a motor blow early in the night. Computer went wacko, internet cut out on us, so come from the back to second's pretty cool.
What was the game plan as this track was really starting to get slick? The top was getting slicker and slicker. The cushion was going to be very hard to hit, but also that bottom side it's very hard to get around here. What was the game plan for you trying to come from that far back in the pack?
Don't run off the racetrack. Don't spin out. Both those two are kind of key. If you get down there on the bottom, if you hit it just right, you can be fast, but it's so tricky here.
That last restart with 4 to go, what was going through your mind just as you guys were coming to the green? How were you trying to, or what kind of attack what kind of a plan did you have in mind for Harry Stewart?
I was going to try to slide him if I got close to him, but I was content with a second running with Mason and Harry. They're both fast. So I was perfectly fine running second. I got to think big picture. We're leading the points, so.
Buddy, well, look, congratulations on second place run here tonight at Lernverville. We'll let you get out of here. But before we let you do, of course, we know you got people and some sponsors that need to be thanked, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yep, can now.
Okay. Green to Checkered Racing, Ed Brown Trucking, Nick's iRacing Photos, Flood Racing Components, More Landscape and Maintenance, Miss Web Designs, Old Man Graphics, and UDTV.
All right, there we go. Wyatt Brown home in second place. And, well, with a head like his, not surprised that he ran third here tonight. But Mason Hannigan, you get third tonight. Why in the world would you decide to drive off the racetrack?
Long story. I don't have a good background with Lernverville, so that'll just have to do the talking as of right now.
How in the world did you still manage to, I think, finish third or fourth in that heat race after driving off the racetrack? Why?
We'll talk later, Brett. We'll talk later for sure. But
No. The fans need to know.
I be honest with you, I really sent it a little too hard. Just being honest.
So too much saliva on that stamp.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Man, third place run here tonight. It's difficult track conditions. Maybe something that you're used to. When the track gets this slick. Here at Lernverville.
Yeah, I really didn't think this track would slick off that much, and I figured a higher gear would work just because it was so tacky, and I could probably hit the bottom. And then once the top came in, I think my gear choice was probably a little wrong. I probably should have been a little bit down, but car was good. It worked really well all night, and then once it got slick, I just Lernverville is Lernverville, and once it's slick, and it's trying to like run the top at Knoxville when it's a mountain. So it was pretty fun. Harry, he was quick all night. I really I didn't know if he was going to be coming on the top there late, but he for sure was. And once I saw him coming, once I saw him pull up the side of me. I was like, yeah, I need to get up there sooner than later. And once he passed me, he was gone. Heck of a one to him, and good run to Wyatt.
All right, Mason, congratulations. Third place here tonight at the Lernverville Speedway. We'll let you get out of here. We'll let you thank some sponsors as well.
Oh yeah, Black Diamond Motorsports. You for broadcasting it. JZI Racing Photography, and some Styles for sure. Them helping me out with Pates and stuff, and Brad Faria back there, and it's pretty fun here the past couple of weeks. So we'll see what we can do next time.
All right, there we go. Mason Hannigan there home in third place here tonight in the Wings Only Racing 360 Wings Sprint Car Series presented by Green to Checker Racing. That'll do it for us here on Ultimate Dirt TV. And of course, a big thank you to everybody that has tuned in here tonight. And of course, we look forward to a night off tomorrow night. I think Steve may have something Tuesday, but if not, we'll have a couple of shows on Wednesday. And then we've also got some shows at Wednesday morning and a Wednesday night as well. So there's still a lot to come here on Ultimate Dirt TV this week. Be sure to come back and stick around if you haven't done so already. Hit that like and follow button on the Facebook page, and we'll get set to take a nice little break over the next day or two before we come back on the Wednesday. And again, a big thanks to our sponsors and partners here at Ultimate Dirt TV. Big thank you to, of course, Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder iRacing League, DirtFan.com, iRace Wraps, ISBC Broadcasting, and Critical Hit Baits. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, we say farewell and good night. Congratulations goes to Harry Stewart.